Frank's back, baby, and that's exactly what we just saw in John Bernthal's TikTok, where he seemingly is teasing the return of Punisher. Well, a little bit more than seemingly. He is very actively teasing the return of Punisher. Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to Cosmic Culture, the channel where we talk all things major movie and television news, theories, breakdowns, and much, much more. I'm your host, Chris, and today, off of the excitement of this TikTok, we're going to dive into all of the rumors we have heard around the Punisher, and with the excitement of the actor who played the Punisher in the Netflix series, John Bernthal, we all have something to pipe up about, considering the fact that we already know Daredevil from the Netflix series is in the MCU. So, perhaps Punisher and others are headed in the same direction. If you haven't already, consider subscribing and turning on that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of our other major movie and television news updates happening daily here on the channel. You can also follow me on my other socials, Instagram at Chris M. Rosser and Twitter at TheCultureChris. Links to both of those can be found in the description down below. So, Punisher. Well, let's jump into it. You saw the TikTok. You've got all of the reasons to be pretty stoked and excited overall with what we've seen. But what does it mean for the MCU when we're getting another street hero? And I say that because Daredevil, Spider-Man, Echo, and Kingpin, who seemingly is going to be the villain of the street level fighters, are all running around in the series and hopefully in some movies coming up. And I'm pretty excited about it. The Punisher specifically is one of Marvel's most beloved anti-heroes, perhaps only behind Deadpool. His iconic logo and overall storyline is one that many fans know very well, both from his comic book appearances and his Netflix series, which tied in together with Daredevil, Luke Cage, and several other of the Defenders. Now, we are assuming after this reveal coming from John Bernthal that he will be making an appearance. And even in the Netflix series, Daredevil Season 2, Daredevil and the Punisher initially fought against each other and have already shared the screen. Now, there are a lot of parts about this that we don't know. Are these the same exact characters from the Netflix series or not? Charlie Cox, who plays Daredevil, has gone back and forth on what's true. He might not even actually know. And with good reason. We're trying to probably figure this out. I wouldn't be surprised if Marvel's himself are trying to figure this out, deciding whether or not they want to keep the mantle of the Netflix series and add on to it, or maybe start over. And this could be a variant, since the multiverse is open and we've clearly seen variants played by similar actors, or the same actor, and variants played by different actors. So there's a lot of different directions Marvel can go with this, and it might not be very, very clear. Now, how many episodes can we expect to see Punisher show up in? Is he going to be a quick cameo? Is it going to be a tease? Or is he going to be an integral player in the 18-episode Daredevil series? Devil Born Again is going to have 18 episodes, without question making it the MCU's longest TV show, but we're not going to want another She-Hulk catastrophe where we're waiting for Daredevil, waiting for Daredevil, waiting for Daredevil. They're marketing him, putting him in trailers, and then he didn't show up for several episodes. And what we did get at Daredevil probably wasn't enough for all of the excitement of Daredevil entering the MCU. We do not want to see a repeat of this with the Punisher, so how many episodes can we expect? Unclear, but hopefully it's enough to make us satisfied and to continue on what will become hopefully a Punisher series as well, tied in and wrapped into all of the Kingpin mayhem. Now, there is also a rumor that has been circling around, which I want to bring into the story here. If you haven't heard, the rumor is that the Punisher will appear in Echo, which I would be really happy with. Let's meet him already. Let's get to it. We don't need to dangle the carrot. Let's just jump right into it and get the Punisher. The rumor specifically is that Daredevil will be searching for Frank Castle during the events of Echo. We do know one thing for sure from today's TikTok. John Bernthal is back to play the Punisher, or at the very least is trying to make a movement for it. He's trying to get people excited to maybe advocate in his behalf. And we saw him walk past the logo in the TikTok with the theme music playing. We're trying to get that excitement, and hopefully it's for something not in vain. Now, what exactly is going on with Daredevil, with Echo, with Peter Parker potentially, and Kingpin? Well, I think that this is going to be a really fun corner of the MCU. As we're aware, the MCU after the Infinity Saga has kind of decided to separate itself just a little bit. So we have the Cosmic MCU, the Earthbound MCU, the mystical arts, the multiverse, several others like the Dark Side, Midnight Suns, that stuff we're seeing as well. And then the Street Fighters, the street level of the MCU, which very certainly is going to include Daredevil, maybe She-Hulk since Daredevil was involved with She-Hulk, the Echo series, maybe Spider-Man, which we're all really hoping for since he's kind of reverted back to this friendly neighborhood Spider-Man following the events of Spider-Man No Way Home, and the Punisher, who has been teasing his appearances in the MCU. Now, with the rumors that he might show up in Echo, we have reason to believe that this might be the beginning of a team forming. Now, it might not be the Defenders, but hopefully some type of street-level fighters who ultimately will all go up against Kingpin. Kingpin is, without question, one of the biggest Spider-Man villains there are out there, and he's a pretty formidable foe who has ties with Daredevil, Echo, Punisher, and several others. What he's capable of doing ultimately will be up to the MCU, but we've already seen a pretty ruthless and very capable Kingpin just from his very short time in the Hawkeye series. That will ultimately lead to the events of Echo after we saw, spoiler alert for Hawkeye, but Echo shoot Kingpin in the face. We know he's not dead. This is taken right out of the comics. We know that he will return full force and even more dangerous and deadly, probably seeking revenge on Echo, who might have romantic ties with Daredevil and Frank Castle, and the Punisher, who is Frank Castle, will get tied into all of that mess, eventually leading to Spider-Man's involvement, which somehow will all become irrelevant because Secret Wars is going to happen anyway. So it's all going to be very interesting considering how big the MCU has gotten and how we all know we're going to end up in Kang Dynasty, Secret War, so big. And I'm curious how the street level story pans out, but truthfully they have up until that point to make it relevant for its own and then kind of expand on that. And then these fighters can combine with all of these different corners of the MCU to fulfill Secret War. But let me know what you guys think. Lots happening. This is definitely an exciting update coming from the actor who plays Punisher outside of the MCU, either wanting to join the MCU or they're trying to build a little bit of marketing for Punisher. Either way, really, really fun news. Let me know what you think about it in the comment section down below. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on that notification bell, and I'll be sure to catch all you guys in the next one right here on Cosmic Culture.